Once again, welcome to everyone. It's a pleasure to have you all join. This is the part two of the AI enhanced visual and transforming lesson materials with generated audio and video. Last month, we talked about infographics and graphics, and that's where I want to start from this month, so that we can have some reviews, revision, and then we layer upon that what we want to do today. So I'm going to stop my presentation and then we'll just kickstart. Today I'll be using my Chrome browser. It's easier for me to do that. Let me make some adjustments. All right. So we will start from, I would like to start today by starting with a lesson that I want to teach. Let's say I'm a teacher, I want to start. So I'm going to start with the lesson, prepare a lesson plan, no, prepare a presentation or a lesson material that is based on graphics. Then we will layer audio on top of it. And then if we can today, we will put video. If we cannot, then we'll move video to the next, to part three of, of the presentation. So last time we started with, we used, what is it called? AI, napkin AI. But today I'm going to also give us a few other examples of other platforms that can do graphics. So ChatGPT, unfortunately, it's the paid version that can do um, very elaborate and very clear drawing, and it gives you unlimited number of graphics that you can create. But the paid one, the free one, you are able to do a few graphics, and then to tell you that your time is up. All right, so I will start with first creating graphics using let's say ChatGPT. So I prepared a script. I prepared a script. One of the benefits of AI is that you can tell it to give you a prompt for you to do what you want to do. So I wanted to start today by I wanted to start today with solar system and then use that to completely do what we need to do. So I told it, okay, I need to create an educational infographic for grade student about solar system. Include 8 planets, show clear color image of illustration of each of the planets. For each planet, list 4 characteristics. Then length of years, add one more fun fact of each planet and all of that. So this script, this is the prompt, and then I'm going to create a new chart. You can paste it into the prompt. I'm going to create an image. So they also are giving you that opportunity. The 4.0, the upgraded one is the 4.0. That's the one that is really very good with image creation. But this one also does the same thing. So we'll start with this. So it creates the image. It might take some time because it's not the model, it's the free model, but the paid model will give you this very quickly. Another one that you can use, as many of us that can, I will give out a few at the end of the class. I'll type them in and I'll put them in the comment section of the YouTube channel so you can watch it. But OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, also have another one called Sora. So Sora is a good one too. And I would I use the same one to create this image that you're seeing. So that's the same prompt, and then you just copy it into Sora. But let's look at another one that Google has. It's called Image FX. It's free for Google. Just go to Image FX, and then you can log in with your Google account. So I logged in with my Google account. Again, it's Google is free. And image effects also give you video effects. It's still in progress. There's music effects, DJ, whisk, and other things. So I'm going to do image effects, and then I will copy and paste that same prompt here so that you can compare three of those platforms. Now, there are other ones, like I said, Kling AI, and I will mention a lot of them, especially when it comes to AI now. There are a lot of ones that does text to image, image to image, or video to image, um, or image to video, and all of that. So most of them give you some credits, and you can generate a few graphics or a few videos, short videos. When we get into the video, I'll show us how to do all of that. My intention today and in all of this session is not to make you content creator for entertainment, but it's to take all of these tools and provide you with some knowledge of how to use them, but more importantly, create scenarios for you to be able to use them to impact your students and to create lesson plans that are engaging for the students. So I'm going to create from here. Let's go back to Sora. You already see what Sora created. Let's see what ChatGPT created for us. Solar system. So this is ChatGPT. You can see that ChatGPT's creation and Sora almost look the same thing because they are owned by the same company and they possibly train them with um, the same way. They train them with the same data set. That's why you see that the the uh, the combination is almost the same thing. Everything looks very much alike. But let's look at what image effects does. So look at what image effects does. So this is much more elaborate. Um, and again, this gives you opportunity for you to just create worksheets. I know some school you use a lot of platform to get your worksheets, but now with AI, you can so long as you know what you want to do, you can create worksheets. You can give it a lesson plan and say kindly create a worksheet based on this lesson plan and give it specification of what you want. Worksheets with spaces for students to write, worksheets that have three questions under every category. Just define whatever you want. If you want worksheets with images and all of that. So these tools begins to open you up to be able to generate content and materials for yourself, much more than you have always done before. So you can have a lesson plan and take your lesson plan and put it into ChatGPT and tell it to create a worksheet for you, an image, and it will create that worksheet. What I'm going to show you an example. I have my some of my team, and we have a couple of schools that we teach robotics and we take them a few courses. And they are using AI to develop complete lesson workbook for the students. And that's what they just did. They took their lesson material, put it in there, and then tell you what to do. And I would just want to show you one example of that so that you can see what some of the things that are very, very possible for you to do. All right, so this is okay. So the school is Nafua Secondary School. I think we have three of their schools, and we have about 900 students. We teach them coding and robotics. So this is just a workbook that they created, and these are directly from. Some of them used AI, some of them used PowerPoint. But again, you just tell it, this is my lesson plan. This is one I want you to create. Kindly do that. I need to be able to do that. Let me see if there are other ones that I saw them maybe last time. Okay, so this is another one. These are all AI generated worksheet, workbook. So it's a function of what you want, knowing exactly what you want, and then knowing how exactly to go about it. So we can develop and customize infographics, just do documents that will engage your students. Um, some of us, we print things and we hang it in our classrooms. All of those are possible now with AI, especially. And I try as much as possible to also show us free tools to use. So we've gotten this now. What I'm going to do, I prefer this one. I'm going to download this. Let's just see. So I'm going to download this one from ImageFX. And then I can now go to ChatGPT. Uh, what I want to do is I want it to create for me based on this same material, solar system. So I'll put another one, the one I just downloaded. I'll put it there. What I want it to do now is to create um, a 9-page PowerPoint presentation, uh, text for PowerPoint for this course. And then I'll move that into something else where we'll begin to talk about audio. So I want him to create a PowerPoint. One page for each planet. So I wanted to just create all of that, one page for each planet. And then what I'll possibly do is I can copy this and put it into a PowerPoint. But another thing is, so I'm going to open the Napkin AI. Again, I know I'm going a little slow, but I want to just take it gradually so that we all can understand. Napkin AI, we used Napkin AI the last time. So for those of us that are not here, this would be a good opportunity to review. But today, I want to, for audios, I want to use, what's it called? I'm going to use Brisk, I'm going to use Illuminate, and I'm going to use Google Notebook LM. There are other ones that can do audios where you can generate audios, you can do a lot of voice too. But this particular one is what I want to focus on. I will mention some other ones, but the use cases that I want to present today, I'll be using these particular ones. So we have, let me just close all of this. So the Sora ImageFX, I'm done with that. The solar pane, the solar system. All right, so I'll copy, I want to go to Brisk. Okay. So let's start with Brisk. From Brisk, solar system, use which one here? My Brisk, sorry, my Brisk is messing up. Okay. So I'm going to upload an image same image that I created. This is it. So I'm uploading the image. I will ask it, um, I will ask you to create a PowerPoint presentation or um, just to create a lesson plan or a PowerPoint based on that. And then we'll look at what we can do first with Brisk. Brisk has also introduced audio, and then from there we'll go into Napkin AI. For those of us that couldn't work with us with Napkin AI the last time, let me just do a review while this is coming up. So for Napkin AI, you can create a draft using direct AI. So I can say, write a lesson plan uh, presentation for grade 5 student on solar system. Ensure that each planet has a page. This page separate pages. So it's few six each planet. So this one is you can do AI summary. So it's using AI to you're drafting with AI, and then you can do whatever you need to do. So you see that it presented it one after the other. Now, what we talked about in solar system in Napkin AI is you can every section of it you click on this thunder icon, and then it will or lightning icon, and then it will begin to generate different kind of images. Just a summary, different kind of images, and you just select whichever one that is suitable, and then you can select that. So that's it. The sun, you click on the sun. You can do more than one by just highlighting them, but I'm going to do the sun. One more thing that I want to show from here is the new feature that they just introduced. And like I said last month, for those of us that did not join, you can go and watch the video. You can edit any of these images that, depending on what you want, you can edit them. So let's say I like this one. I'm going to put this one. Yeah. One of the new features that they have introduced is that you can download these things now. Before last month, it used to be just PDF and JPEG and PNG, but now you can download it as a PowerPoint slide, presentation slide. So you can click here. There's the option for download now. You now have the option for PPT. So you can select it as a PPT, download it, and so it will save as a PowerPoint slide. And you can then now copy it and paste it into your PowerPoint. So I will do that. Let me just go through all of this. Select images to then we'll move that into PowerPoint. All right, so I'll select this one for this. Then Neptune, I just do Neptune. We missed Uranus. Okay. Saturn. If you have any question in the middle of it, you can also stop and ask questions. Let's choose this one for Saturn. Jupiter. Jupiter. You have two more to go. So you determine whatever style you want. You can keep clicking on more and more and more. You'll see lots of different styles to pick from. But the feature I want to demonstrate today is, let's say, for example, you have text in your PDF, in your PowerPoint presentation. You have your text, but you can come here and copy those text, paste it here, and use this place to generate stunning image that you can then export out into your system. So now, again, like I mentioned, the beauty of this is that you can now download them as PowerPoint files. Now let's go back to where's the file before? Wait, that I logged in. Sorry, my brief that I logged in. Okay. Okay. So let me start. I logged into Breeze before, so why is it messing me up? Let me start with let me just sorry. Let me go to YouTube and start with Solar. Okay. All right, um, so let me create a presentation. Which slide, nice slide. Okay. All right, so this is creating an image for me. Uh, it's going to it's asking me to log in. It's going to open it up in okay. So we'll see each of the presentation it has done. So let's wait for it to finish. So in this case, what you can now do is you can give us an example of what combining a ready-made presentation that you have on whether it's PowerPoint or Google Slide. The benefit of Google Slide is that it's free, it's online, and you can always download it as PowerPoint if you have a PowerPoint, if you have Microsoft PowerPoint. But if you don't have, you can use it online. And then Microsoft also, if you have Microsoft accounts, you can also use it online. So let's say we have each of the planets has this each of the planets do have their own what's it called, their own slide. Then I can go to Nap AI Napkin. Let's say I look for the Earth. This is Earth. Then I can download this as a PowerPoint presentation. Download it. Download as PowerPoint. Let's see, it's there. Time to open it up. Sorry, it's still opening on my PowerPoint. All right. So this is it as a PowerPoint. And then you can then copy it. For example, if I have a fresh PowerPoint open, this I can copy. You cannot paste it directly into Slide Online. It would mess it up. You can. So for Slide Online, I can download a copy, for example, and download it as PowerPoint. So if I download it as PowerPoint, it opens on PowerPoint, which is, I've also downloaded this as a PowerPoint. This is this is my PowerPoint that I created from Brisk, and this is the one that this is the PowerPoint that I downloaded from Napkin AI. So I can copy this directly. Let me just create a new slide here, a blank slide. I can paste it directly into it. I can paste it directly into the slide. I'm sorry. And you can also animate each one of those entries. So this is the new feature that they introduced. You don't have to download it as image and PDF only. You can now download it as a spreadsheet, as a PowerPoint presentation, and be able to put it within your PowerPoint directly. So you start with a lesson. You can create any image, but bottom line is you start with your lesson plan. You create a PowerPoint presentation, for example, and then you can take that PowerPoint presentation into Brisk, all the content of the PowerPoint presentation, and make it create images for you. Then you download those images as individual PowerPoints and then copy them into your own PowerPoints. Now, this same lesson plan that we have, which we've created with Brisk. So let's go to the way audio works now. So in Brisk, we created a PowerPoint presentation in Brisk, and this is it. Now, Brisk has a new feature now called podcast. So you have your document already. You click on create, and then you click on create anything, or not create anything. You click on podcast. And you say create an educational podcast about this presentation. So you have and this can work with whether lesson material, lesson notes, any sort of anything that you have as a resource, you can convert it into a podcast, which is like a two-way conversation between two AI. They will discuss everything in your material. We've seen that in our previous session on Google Notebook LM, but I want to present some use cases to layer it on our own graphics. So for example, we'll get back to the presentation. I'll put all the graphics in the presentation and then we'll see how this works. So this same presentation, we would ask this Brisk to create a podcast, 1 to 2 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes is a conversation. It's the paid version, but everyone gets a free 1 to 2 minutes. So the way to do this that will make you make the most of this is to separate let's say I have a 10 slide PowerPoint now. One of it is Earth. I can Brisk podcast on Earth for 1 minute. And then the conversation will happen on that particular slide. I will download the audio. We will practicalize it. I'll download the audio and then do the same thing for another slide. Do the same thing for another slide. Do the same thing for another slide. So you can have 1 minute or 2 minute video for each slide. The AI will discuss what is on each slide. So since I have this slide, I'm going to make a copy that I want to, let's practicalize with Earth. So I'll delete every other thing from I'll just leave Earth alone. So this is an example. Okay, Venus. So I wanted to create a standard a podcast, a 2 minute podcast to discuss this particular slide. So you can do it for the entire slide. It's going to be 2 minutes. It will be too fast. But now I want you to just do for one slide. So I'll click on brief, and then it would generate an AI conversation for 2 minutes based on that slide only. And you see, the beauty of Brisk is that it will give you the transcript of the conversation, and it's between Maria and Carlos, and it's going to discuss everything. You can automatically play it. So you can, if you have an opportunity for your students to have computers, you can boost it. Boost it means it will create it as a chatbot, and your student will be able to connect with it and listen. But you can download it. So I'm going to download that and call it, okay, this is Venus. I'll put it here. So let's do one more. And I will, let's look for, this time around, I am going to do it for the entire, okay, let me do one more. Go back on this one. And then let me do for the blue planet. Let's do for Earth, the red planet. Okay. Earth. I'll delete the rest and just do for Earth. I'll create a podcast for Earth also. So you can break all your presentation down. I'm using a presentation as just an example because we went from napkin here. I'm using a presentation as an example. But let's say it's your lesson material, whatever the material it is that you have prepared, you can put it into Bridge and get it to create a podcast. That way also you are engaging. They will do a deep discussion on, even sometimes much more than some of the discussions you have around whatever topic it is. So the idea now is that you can now take that audio and layer it on the PowerPoint presentation, and then you can export it as a video. And then your student can have that either as an audio only to listen to, or as a video, so that as your slide is playing, the audio is also playing, explaining it to them. Some of the other tools that we might likely look into will be tools for you to record your own audio and then layer it also on your presentation. So you get I'm just using PowerPoint as an example. It doesn't have to be PowerPoint only. You get your lesson materials, you create graphics for it and put it into a presentation, and then you record yourself explaining. Then you can layer that audio. You can use some platform to change your voice or to make your voice sound right. Or you can type out your script, convert it into audio, which is what we will see again, and then layer it onto your presentation. Whichever way, this is one of the ways you can put audio into your materials and then use it for your students. So I'm going to download this one for Earth also. Now, so I'm downloading this for Earth. I will come back to this presentation and copy, let's see, the other one we talked, the first one is Venus, and then the second one is Earth. So I will put the two PowerPoints together. So I'll copy this Venus. I want to just show us an example of what I'm saying. So this is Earth, and this is Venus. Now, with PowerPoint, I'm using slide, but the same thing applies to PowerPoint. You can insert. So for Earth, I'm going to insert and go to audio. I will insert and go to audio. Then I would, first of all, I need to, sorry, for Google, you have to put the audio in your OneDrive. So I'll go to my OneDrive. Let me just open it up. For PowerPoint on your desktop, you don't need this. I will do an example with PowerPoint also so that we can see. So I'll create a folder in my drive and just put it inside of it. Okay, so I'll just put it here and say audio. So this is the file. So I'll go back to the two audios, Venus and Earth. I'll upload it inside. Now, so because I'm going to be giving this to people, it's better you share the settings as anyone with the link can view, so that when people are listening to your presentation, they won't, it won't block them from listening to the audio. But again, because you will download it most likely, you don't have to do that. So I have this now, Earth. I will insert into Earth. I look for the audio, and this is Earth. So I'll insert the video, the audio into it. All right, so this is my audio. Immediately you do that, there'll be some settings. You want it to play automatically because you are going to download it as a video. You want it to play automatically. Then another thing is you want it also to stop on the slide because this audio is just for this slide. Now, if you do a podcast for the entire 9 slide, you don't have to do this because it's going to be explaining the entire slide. The downside to that is that you don't know which, if you do it that way, that means you have to take the audio into a video, audio editing and cut to know which one fits into the slide. That's why it's better to cut it down by slides and then put it in. So when the slide stop, it will change to something else. You can change all the position and all of those settings here. You can change the color. You can also hide it when you are presenting. So the icon will be there. And then I'll do the same thing for Venus, insert audio, Venus. So this is processing. I'll do the same thing. I'll let it stop with this slide and then automatic. So if you present this slideshow now, it's going to immediately. And the moment I switch to the next one, so the moment you switch from one slide to the other, it moves straight into the next one. So now you have this, then the next thing to do is you can download it. So you can download as PowerPoint. It's on PowerPoint that you can convert to video. Unfortunately, on Google for slides, I started with Google so that if you don't have PowerPoint on your computer, you can use Google Slides. For Google, there is no direct way to download your presentation as a video, but there are other tools. So if you go to extension and you click on add-on, you can get add-on and say there's a particular add-on that allows you to extension. The particular slide video. Video export. All right, let me look for it. I completely forgot it. But that I will find it before we finish. That will allow you download it as a video, and then your video content is ready. The PowerPoint with presentation, with all your graphics that you've added to it, and then you've layered video, audio onto it. You download it as a video. While I look for that, let me do this. I'm going to download it as a PowerPoint presentation because in PowerPoint, you can export as video. So let me download it as a PowerPoint presentation, and then I'll open it as PowerPoint and then convert it into video, and then we'll see. But while I do that, I would look for that. So this is the one that we did with PowerPoint. And the same thing happens with that. Okay. Let me delete it. I'll import the video myself directly here. So insert, where is it? Insert, I'm going to insert audio and copy the audio from file. So this is S. So insert audio from browser. I go to my download. This is F. I will insert it. Immediately you do that, you'll also be able to so this is it. Then I go to this one, I delete here. Then I start here. Audio from file. Famous. So you can change the color and all of that for the video too. So this one, directly from PowerPoint, you can export. Then you can export as MPV or movie. You can export directly, and it becomes a video that will play your audio. While this is processing, before I move on, before the end of the call, I will give us the way for us to download PowerPoint presentation in Google down into video. So this is one way of getting materials, creating images, put it into PowerPoint, and then layering video on it. To create the video, to create the audio, sorry, um, we're looking at using AI tool to create a podcast where a in-depth discussion is done on that material, and then you can put it in. And again, like I said, you can also do the recording for yourself. You can do your recording, or you can go to some of these AI tag and AI platform. I will show you an example of that. You get all your text. If you type out what you want to say, you can paste it into it and say, convert it to audio. A lot of times, most of them only give you maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you have to do it for every section of the material that you put it in. So we've looked at using directly from PowerPoint and all of that. The next thing that I want to show also in terms of the audio is, let's look at another Google platform called Google Illuminate. Let's start with NotebookLM. We've looked at this before, but they have a few a few what's it called? They now have a few new features that they've added that I want to highlight. And one of it we've done before, which is to convert your materials into a podcast. But much more than that are some of the features that they've added to. So let's create a stuff. For NotebookLM, like I said, it's free. You can go into it immediately. And then the way to do it is just to create a notebook. Where you click on create a notebook. Let me go back to the beginning. When you click on create a notebook, I'll delete this. To create a notebook, you click on create a notebook. Now they've added it that Notebook LM can now browse the internet for you. Before you give it all your sources, and it only works with your source. Now you can tell it to look for sources from the internet, and then it will give you all the sources based on that topic. Then you select the one you want, and add it to the notebook. Afterwards, or after that, it will not refer to the internet again. It will only refer to all the sources that you have allocated to that notebook. The beauty of Notebook LM is the fact that you are the one that select the source, and its conversation or anything you're doing is limited to that source. So now I want to discover sources. I'm still going to use solar system as an example. So you submit. That is there for grade 5. So I submit. It's going to go online and look for a lot of sources. Then you will select which one you want. See, it has all of the sources that it picked online. The beauty of it is it will not look for unverified sources. It will check verified authoritative sources is what it will bring for you. So it has already gone through the internet and curated reputable sources, not just random sources, reputable sources. Then it brings that in for you. You can decide to import all or select a few. So I'm going to import all, and that brings all my sources here. Now, you can also add material, like we've said before, for Google Notebook. You can add Google Doc, Google Slide, websites, YouTube. You can also copy your text and paste. So I'm going to pick a YouTube and just copy. Let's look for a YouTube page with solar system. I'll copy the link and put there. Solar system, National Geographic. It is insert it. So it's there already. That's it. Then I'll add again. Let's say the PowerPoint presentation that I did. I'm going to copy it, get it into it. This is the PowerPoint presentation on the solar system for grade 6. I copy it and I put it into it. The good thing that they've decided to do now is what is called mind map. So you click on mind map, it's going to generate your mind map. So if you click on the mind map, it's still generated. And then you can do audio review. So, okay, let's start with the mind map. So this is the mind map. Again, this is a good graphic way or graphical representation for those of us. So you see the solar system, it broke it down into sun and then the planets, and then the dwarf planet, other objects. So all the topics, let me click on this. It looked through all our sources and grouped them and did a mind map, a map of all the topics, all the categories from all of those documents. It aggregated all the things that they've said about each of those topics and created a mind map. And you can use this directly for your presentation for as many of us as are using it. So you could, so for the sun, you click on the sun, it shows you, and when you click on any one of them, it will bring out a discussion on everything based on the topic that you clicked upon. All right, let's go back again. So it's going back to the chat. So you see, this is the mind map. I clicked on the sun and then it gives me this. But that's not where I really want to go to. So the planets, you can see it gives you the planet definition, individual planets. You can see all of the planets. And then Mercury, it gives you the different um, characteristics of Mercury. Now, the beauty of this now is I can click on Mercury, and then it gives me, it knows that I'm referencing Mercury only. It's going to give me a chart based on Mercury, and then we can take it off from there. So this is all that every of these sources talk about Mercury, and then it's providing you with the sources for each of them. Now I'm clicking on this and I want to generate an audio, a podcast. The beauty of Google Notebook LM is that I can now tell it that, okay, I want you to discuss on, let's say, Mercury only. And that discussion will be on Mercury. I'll download it. I know it's for Mercury. Then I say discuss on slide 2 or on Venus. It will have a discussion only on Venus. I will download it. So I can download each for every of these elements. And then since I have my PowerPoint presentation, I can now take each of those audios and put it on the PowerPoint, just like we've seen, then download them, and then convert them into videos for students to use. These are just, we'll go into, in the next section, we'll go into deeply creating AI generated videos. But now I'm looking at first content. You put audios on it and then you convert it into videos. And then you can also just do just videos, audios only. So now I'm going to tell it, okay, have a deep discussion only on planet Earth. I'm generating for planet Earth. So once that is done, so it's looking through all of the 12 sources, and then it will have a conversation completely on planet Earth. You can download that. Again, like I said, then you do for another planet or another section of your lesson material. The reason why this is much more efficient is that most of the AI platform that does podcast for you don't give you that long time. You have to use the paid ones, and most times I try to highlight only free ones because of so that we can leverage on what is free rather than pay for them. I scarcely pay for anyone to myself. So this one will allow you cut it into different, and then you can have a longer conversation and then attach it to your content. So while this is waiting, we can go back to the sources. Let's just allow it to finish. Okay, go back. Okay, so this is done. Another thing that they've done is, which I will demonstrate for you. So you can click on this. This generated 7 minutes for you. Others, if you take it outside, they might not. None of them that is, except if it is paid, give you this long, and then you take this and then do whatever you want to do with it. So you see, this is only talking about just one planet, and they will discuss everything within this material. Now you can take this audio and use it directly with your student, or you can take the audio and put it in a material, layer it upon a material that is just for that particular planet. Now, the beauty of what they've also done is, while this podcast is going on, you can jump in as a whether you're a student or a teacher, so long as you are using this notebook LM now. So I'm going to play it. I don't know if you are hearing it when it's being played. Are you hearing it when it's being played? Can you confirm that you are hearing when it's being played?
No, sir, we can't hear.
Okay, sorry. All right. So what I'll do is I'll stop sharing and share with audio. I didn't share with audio. I'll share and include audio. All right. Let's give it a try again.
Well, so far as we know,
Can you
this
hear
is it.
now?
This is the only place life has actually
Yes, can hear now.
happened.
All right. So
We can hear it
I'm
now.
going to allow it. I'm going to allow it play, and
Yes,
then
we
this
can
thing
hear
can
now.
actually. Okay, sorry. Thank you. So I'm going to allow it play. This interactive mode allows you jump into the conversation. So the conversation is going on, but you as a third party, you can join in and the AI will answer your questions. And then all of that you can put together and still download. So let's give it a trial.
Okay, let's dive in. Think about it for a second. Our place, right here, we're on this spinning rock, third one out from the sun.
And the fifth largest
I'm going to
size-wise
jump
in the
in.
whole.
Hi, I'd like you to discuss about the characteristics. Let's just jump straight to the characteristics. Sorry.
Oh, hey, our listener wants to join in. What's up?
Yeah, I'd like you to just go straight to the characteristics of the planets rather than go through the preliminaries. Thank you. Sorry, I did not. I'd like you to just go straight into the characteristics of the planet. I'd like you to
Yep,
just
go on.
I'd like you to just go straight into the characteristics of the planet.
Okay, you got it. Let's jump right in then.
Sounds good to me. We were just about to dive into that anyway.
So the planets in our solar system are actually divided into two main types.
That's right. We have the inner terrestrial planets and the outer Jovian planets.
And
Solar
So
system.
that's it.
Exactly. But the really wild
So you can see that the conversation is going on and you can jump in and ask questions based on that material. So it gives it a different level of interactability. So this is one of the features that Notebook LM also introduced. But at the end of the day, one of the ways you can use this is for schools that are using Google. If your school is using Google, that means you have a Google domain. For example, it is your name at yourschool.com. If your school uses Google, Google has enabled Notebook LM for schools. So you just need to tell your admin to enable it. And once it enables it, all your students and all your staff would have automatic access to Google Notebook. So what you as a teacher can do is you can create a notebook for each of your subjects and share it with the student in your class. And you can create all of these audios within it, and the student can also continue to interact. But if that's not the case for you, you can just create all of this, download it, and either give it to them as a course material. The discussion is going on. You can use this to flip your classroom such that the student listens to this audio before they even come to class. And or you can layer it again, like I said, on your materials. So this is about Google Notebook that I wanted to show. And there are other features that they just introduced. So you can create study guide. You can also create timeline. But the two things I wanted to show you was the interactive mode, the audio overview, and then the mind map. The mind map is really very, especially for those of us that are doing research, or even those of us that are teachers, it helps you have an overview of what you're doing. And it looks through all your materials and aggregates all the information together and put them in form of a mind map. All right. So we've downloaded this. You can, again, straight away download this, and then you can layer this on your material. Notebook LM gives you a longer audio without requesting you to pay. That's one of the beauty of it. Okay, let's look at that's my sorry. I want to bring it out. Let's see. Also, for schools that are using Google, also Google Gemini is available for students and staff too, and they also have pushed their own research and all of those ones with deep thinking research for researchers. It's now available and it's free for both students and teachers within school if your school uses Google. If you don't have Google in your school, for your personal Google, you will find it also here. Let me show you. Uh, you will find it Google Gemini here. You can try it out, but it will be just it will be the trial one. Let's see. Is it Google? All right. So Google Illuminate is also another way you can generate AI-driven interaction for your lesson plan. I'm particular today on not just creating audios using different AI platforms, which we will look at as we progress in the series. But my intention is the one that is focused on school materials, students, teachers, and education related. In terms of you creating content as a content creator or for whatever reason outside of classroom, we can talk about that. My major focus is on classroom. So for Google Illuminate is the same thing, and you would be able to see a couple of um, papers that have been presented. So whether you're a researcher or you are um, an educator, whatever you do, you can come in here. There are some predefined one that you can use, but you can also generate yourself. So you can click on start generating. Somebody's not muted. Sorry, I need to mute first. All right. So you can copy URL. It could be from a website. It could be tech that you want to work with, and you want it to create a discussion. So it allows you to generate for some time. Let me pull this up. Oh, my this is blocking it. So you can have up to 20 generation per day, and it's still in experimental mode. So for now, excuse me, for everybody, it is still very, very free. So let's copy the link of my solar system again and copy and paste it into it. You can add as many sources as you want. So what I'll do is you can go into your Google Notebook and copy the same source and add, and let's see how that goes. So let's do that. Delete the notebook. Can I copy the source? So, so I'll copy this one. I'll just take two sources. So it takes YouTube video, it's already there. I added, so you can add many more. And this allows you to choose. So you want a casual conversation, Borel and Stella. So formal conversation, guided conversation. There's a free form, and then you have free form. Free form, you can select host and guest. So you can do
The
different.
rabbit pulled out a watch and muttered, "Oh dear, I'm late."
So you can choose different kind of voices that you want. And then you can click on generate. So I'll choose the formal. So it gives you, and here you say create a professional conversation with the host that is objective and insightful, and guest that is expert on the subject matter. So depending on what you want, create a relaxed and spontaneous conversation with a laid back and curious host and a lively, fun, and relatable guest, depending on whatever you want. So I'm going to choose formal, and then you click on generate. So this will generate the same thing. You can download it. See, it gives me a 9 minute conversation. Oh, sorry, the other one I did before. This will give you, okay, let's see how long this will take. Now, as we begin to look at how to round up, I will put some other places where you can get audios or create audios and then use it for your material. I'm going to just show us a few of them. So this gives me 6 minutes. The beauty of this is you can share it directly with your, you can save and share directly with people. You copy the link, you can paste it in your, whichever way you use in communicating to the student. Again, you can also copy this also and embed it in your, it's a link. I can embed it in my PowerPoint presentation. So I can say solar system discussion. You can right click and click on link, and then I'll copy and paste the link. So this is my presentation. If a student clicks on it and opens it, it will come to my library because I shared with them. And then they will be able to read through all of the questions and then they can play the audio. So you can embed it into your PowerPoint presentation, or you can actually layer it.
This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out
Okay, so this is it. Let's just see.
This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. Welcome to today's discussion. We're diving into the fascinating world of our solar system, a topic that never ceases to amaze. Our guest is an expert in planetary science, and together we'll explore the wonders and mysteries of the celestial bodies that surround us.
It's a privilege to be here. The solar system is a dynamic and ever-evolving system full of...
So all of this, there are different use cases for you to apply this. You can download this and also layer it over an entire PowerPoint presentation that you have, and that will also work for you. You can, another way to do, you can also download this as an audio. If you start, see, let me look at this long one that I did. So I can bring it into, I would upload it into that drive again. Let's just use this as an example. I'll upload it into that drive. Like this discussion. This is a 9 minutes discussion. I want to apply it to this entire presentation so that you see how that works. We've done individual presentation. Now we're applying it to the entire presentation. I will just, in rounding up, I'll look for how to download this and just practicalize the download. Have I put it there yet? Okay, so it's there. So this one, I'm going to put it from the beginning. So I'm going to click on Insert, Audio, and then recently, let's see which one. Okay, Discussion, and Insert. It's creating this video. Let me look for that function to okay, so here I'm just going to say do not stop at the slide. It's going to play until the end of the slide. I'm going to ask it to automatically start with the slide, and I'm also going to ask it to hide. And then let me look for that video. Let me look for that plugin that allows us download this file as a video.
Welcome back, guys. In this video,
Okay. All right. So the extension is called Create Studio. Probably the people credit. Also, this is the that's from 2 years ago. The AI versus Malcolm. Okay, it's not there. All right. It used to be there. I think maybe they stopped using they discontinued it. But it's called Create Studio. It allows you to choose to convert it um, to video, and then you can download it. But if this doesn't work for you, if there's no way to convert it, what you can do is you can just use PowerPoint directly on there. Another way for you to do this for free is to also use Canva. For some of us that already have Canva accounts, for schools, so long as you have a website and you can prove that you're a school, you can get Canva for school for free. I have helped, I think, 3 schools actually to get this. So this is for my school. This is ICS Abuja, and then I have another school. So, and they will give you as many licenses. So for example, this school has, let me see. Let's see. The school has about 686 licenses. Let me see how much ICS Abuja has. So if you have a website and you have, you can verify that your website, you can, so this one's, they have about, for now they have used 566 of their licenses. They can give you up to about 1,000 licenses, and it's both for students and for schools, for teachers. The beauty of it also is that you can tie it into your student management system, and it will pick all your school students by their grade levels, and so you can give them assignments. But for K to 12 schools and for secondary and primary schools, you can apply and they will just verify that you have a school and you have a website. They will check and then they will give you the license. So you can do everything we've said here. Also, you can do it on Canva by just creating a Canva. And the beauty of Canva is also it's AI driven now. You can also use AI to create images. But the free version also allows you to create image. So best to use platform that you get for free that has a lot of features together and that you don't have to play around, especially as educators. You have so many things you're doing. And that's why I try to look for applications that you can do so much with rather than do this here, do that there, do this there. So with Canva, you can add audios directly to your slides. You can also record audio. So for example, if you go to, let's say we're working on this now, I go to Elements, I can look for audio. So if you type audio comes out here. You'll be able to add different kind of audios to your slide. So let's say, for example, I want to add this one, I added it. I can drag it that, okay, this audio is going to be for just this slide. So now the slide that we did on, the slide that we did on solar system. Let's say this is our slide on solar system. I can go here and upload all the files of the audios that we created. I'll upload them. Okay. So it will take some time. So Canva will be a good place for you. You create all your slides. Again, you can, so long as what you have in Napkin AI can be exported into PowerPoint, you can copy it and use it in Canva, and you have all your slides ready. Canva also allows you to create stunning slides. So now I can now attach this audio. Let's say this is the audio for one slide. I put it there, and then this is the audio for the second slide. I drag it to the second slide. Okay, drag it to the second slide. And this is the audio for the third slide. I'll drag it to the third slide. So I'm done. The beauty of Canva is, let's see, you can share and then you can download. Let's see the option it gives you to download. You can download as video. You just download everything as video. So let's just, I'm going to extend, which one is this one? Let me see which one is the discussion that is. Okay, I'll do it again. I'll put the short one in front and then the very long one. So this is 1 minute 14 seconds. I'll put it here. Let me just do this. It's 5 minutes. Okay, this is my 5 minutes one. Okay, so it's 45 seconds. So you can let's see if I present it. So I've applied 30 seconds each to my slide. All my slides are 30 seconds each. So you can break it down. All my slides are 30 seconds each. But this Canva presents you a good opportunity for you to download, and then I choose MP4. I'm going to download the entire page, 1 to 10, all the pages. You can reduce the quality also. So let's reduce the quality to 70, and then I'll click on download. While it is downloading, let's present and see what it will do with that presentation.
This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. Welcome to today's discussion. We're diving into the fascinating world of our solar system, a topic that never ceases to amaze.
Well, let's look at how it looks like once the video is done downloading. It's still downloading. So these are applications that allows you to do multiple things together. Canva, you can use Canva to create. You can create your PowerPoint on PowerPoint, put your video, your audio on it, download it as a video. I think I didn't show us how to do PowerPoint download. So from here, you can see export, and then you can export as movie or MP4. So I'll export this one again. For Google Slide Online, okay, it's restricted. So I have permission. All right, let's do that again. Export MP4. Let's see if the Canva is done. I think the Canva. Okay, this is Canva. Okay, so this is the Canva one.
Venus is like the ultimate hot zone of our planetary neighborhood. Can you believe it reached?
This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.
From the majority of the material, while the remaining dust and gas coalesce to form planets, moons.
So all of the all of the slide, we keep transitioning. I set all the slides to 30 seconds each. I think that's the maximum we can go. And so it became 5 minutes. Depending on what your audio is, you can arrange them accordingly. And with Canva, you can also shorten the video, so if depending on how long, you can move them according to your slide. So if you record a 1 minute and it covers 3 slides, you can drag it across 3 slides. So Canva gives you a place where you can do all of that together. And then you can also, on Canva, you can record yourself. You can do that and put that also in your PowerPoint presentation and then export it out as a video, your material as a video. In our next class, the next thing we'll do is how do you insert yourself into this video? So you have a lesson material, you prepared it, either you converted it to a podcast, you converted it to a PowerPoint presentation or whatever presentation, you layer the audio on top of it, then you could either use your voice or use AI generated voices, but you have been able to layer that on top of your material. And then you can send it to your students, upload it to your Google Classroom, or any way you want to pass it across to your students, you can do that. Now, having done that, the next thing we'll be looking at now is how do you insert yourself, whether it's a picture of yourself or a talking head of yourself, narrating these materials to your students. That's what we'll be looking at in the next webinar. Again, like I mentioned, on YouTube, you see a lot of video that shows how people can make different kind of characters, but that's not the focus of our webinar. Our webinar is focused on educators. How can we use these tools to enhance lesson materials? If you want to create short stories and all of that, you can watch videos on YouTube. And if we have the time, we might probably go into those. But now our focus is on enhancing or transforming your lesson material, not just creating short story on this, short story on that, short story on this, but no, getting your material into different forms of presentation as to be able to meet the different learning styles of your children. Maybe some of them they learn via listening, some of them they like to see visuals, some of them like to watch. And so these are ways for you to elevate your lesson materials. So in summary of what we've done today, starting last week, we looked at getting your lesson materials and turning them into graphics. And then we took those graphics and we put them into PowerPoint presentations. Then we also took those lessons. You can take that same lesson material before you make them into PowerPoint, you can make them into audios. Either you read them or you get Illuminate or Brisk or Notebook LM to convert them into audio for you with discussion. And then you can take that and your material and layer that audio on that material, whether as a whole material or whether in segments, and then you convert it into videos. Or you can give that just the audios only to your students. We looked at Canva as a way to do that. We looked at PowerPoint as a way to do the layering of the three together. And then we looked at Brisk to do that. I just want to show us one more thing, and that's a free one that I think I have used. And this one, you can type in your text, and then whatever text you type in, it can help you convert it into an audio using it, and that's called 11 Labs. 11 Labs. So 11 Lab text to speech AI voice generator. It's one of the best out there. I think I've logged in one of my accounts. Yeah, I logged in with my. So most times signing with Google. Google account are the best for you to have. If you don't have a Google account, please do. It's easy to sign up for anything with Google accounts. get started for free. Okay, so yeah. Now, so this one gives you points, so you can do voices. These are the different kind of voice. Voice changer means you get your audio that you record and upload it, and then you can now select different voices here, and it will change the audio of your voice or any audio. It will change it into a specific voice that you have. But here is the text to speech, so you can get any text, paste it there, and then you generate speech. You can change all of that. Some of the videos I posted in the group for where I converted myself into different AI avatar, I used here to generate the speech. I didn't record my own. So you can use here to generate the speech. So if you don't want if you don't want to use maybe Illuminate, Brisk, or Notebook LM to generate a conversation, but you have your entire lesson plan, a lesson note. You can dump it here, and it will generate. It gives you 5,000. It gives you 5,000 points. I think about 5,000 credits. Yeah, it gives you 5,000 credits, and so you can generate multiple videos, audios with that until you run out of credit, and then you have to pay for it. I don't know, maybe that's per month. I'm not sure how often it gives you this. Then I don't know, maybe it's per month. But yeah, so that gives you an opportunity to take your entire lesson notes and paste it here, generate the audio with different kind of voices. It could be storybook. You could generate audio for storybook and pass it to your student. Just imagine whatever use case you can have that allows you to use these things to elevate your lesson materials and engage your students in more conversation. So I think we're going to wrap it up now. I'll just open an opportunity for us to ask questions. Yeah, the webinar is recorded and it's going to be available on YouTube latest by Monday or Tuesday, and I will post it in the chat also. Now, before we go, I know the attendance is taken by the system already, but I want you to, I think I'm going to open a timer, and I want you to, I'll send you a link where you would sign up, and then you'll be able to automatically get your certificate. So that's the best way to do that. So what I want you to do in this chat now is just to type in your name and your email. So you just in the chat. So you can, I'm giving an example. Written here for the then space underneath it's my email address. So I will send it only to these people, the people with this email address. The people whose email address are here, you will get the link in your email. Please fill it, and then it will automatically and immediately send you your certificate, your name and your email address. When you are filling the form, please do not use your name. Do not write everything in capital. Write it in a sentence. Every name, just the way you write your name. The first letter is capital. The second letter is normal. Don't write all in capital. Joshua, you only wrote your name. I need your name and your email because I'm going to send it to your email. I'm not going to send it to your name. Your name and your email. You would be the one to fill out the form. So Chinyere, please, it's your name and your email. Joshua, it's your name and your email. Your name and your email. All right. As before we round up, any question? Let me stop the recording. Do we have any questions? Okay, Jamil, you raised your hand.